Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the MEC Podcast Series. My name is Laurent. I'm the Activities Coordinator here at the Masood Entrepreneurship Center. And today we are going to talk about the Taught Unit Insights with one of our lecturers, Dr. Rob Martin. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
So I'm Rob Martin. I'm a lecturer at the Masood Entrepreneurship Centre, and we focus on supporting students develop an entrepreneurial mindset and then being able to apply that in different settings.
Okay, so for those that haven't heard of the Masood Entrepreneurship Center, could you just elaborate more about what is MEC?
So the university was founded over 200 years ago, and that was with the support of the entrepreneurs of the Industrial Revolution. And that led to the creation of an institution that's committed and evolved over time to advancing knowledge for economic benefit, social benefits, and the technological progress of society. At MEC, we aim to build on that legacy and support students, staff, and graduates at the University of Manchester to develop entrepreneurial thinking so they can thrive in any setting.
Great. And with the thinking comes with developing an entrepreneurial mindset, like you mentioned. Could you explain a bit like what that means and why it's so important?
So, good question. Broadly speaking, an entrepreneurial mindset is the ability to identify opportunities, overcome challenges, and create value, whether that be economic, social, environmental, or all three. Then within that, from a mindset perspective, we can look at different areas, maybe around knowledge, skills, and competencies. So that could be the ability to understand a market and identify opportunities for innovation. It might be around problem solving, applying risk management to situations, and that element of creative thinking. How can you approach those situations? And then by equipping yourself with an entrepreneurial mindset, you're able to kind of proactively approach challenges and take a solution-focused approach.
Okay. Sounds like a very useful skill to have in all areas of your life. So here in MEC, we have over 30 elective units that anyone could take, and you actually teach on a few of them. So could you talk us about the one of the units you have called Introduction to Sports Business, Innovation, Marketing Strategy, and Sustainability? So who is this unit for?
So this unit is for undergraduate students. It's an elective student that we run through USIL, or the University College, and any student at the university who is able to take elective units can apply to the course. And as it says, it is an introduction to sport business, so there are no prerequisites in terms of business knowledge or any previous modules that they need to take.
Okay, and so can you tell us more about the how the course is in terms of the content of the course?
Yes, so the unit adopts kind of an industry-led approach, and we want students to take that entrepreneurial mindset and apply it in the sports industry. So what that means in practice is the students will start the module, and it's split into two key parts. The first, they will work in groups or as a team of kind of sports consultants, and they will undertake a market analysis. So they will look at two different sports industries or two different sports markets. That could be the Premier League or the English Premier League and the and Major League Baseball, and they will then compare those two markets, and that culminates then in a group presentation, which is kind of the first part of the course. Then the second part, students work individually, and they select an organisation of their choice within the sports industry. This could be a leading sports team, it could be a new technology startup, or it could be a social enterprise, and they then have to develop an innovative new product or service and put together a proposal for how that organisation can take it forward.
That's great. It sounds like there's a good comparison of different sports, different sort of exercises within the module. That's something that even I would love to take. Could you talk about the assessment of the course?
Yeah, so there are two versions. There's a 10 credit version and a 20 credit version. On the 10 credit, students will undertake the group presentation, which again is, say, comparing two different sports markets or two different sports industries. And the second part of their assessment there is an individual report, which is the proposal of an innovative new product or service. And in that report, there are then elements of reflection. So as well as going through the course, and very much in business, very much as an entrepreneur, and in sport, reflection is a key part of development. So there is a section towards the end where students will reflect on what have they done over the course of that program. What are their skills, what have they used, and maybe then identify some specific areas that going forward they want to use, and also how the module maybe will help them in different environments. And the 20 credit version is it's slightly extended elements of assessment for the individual report, and there is a separate reflective portfolio, which is a bit more extensive in terms of the individual analysis that they have on themselves, and what steps they want to take going forward.
Right. The individual analysis sounds like something that's very unique to your course. And I like the link with entrepreneurship and sports. I think those two fields really are closely connected to each other. So your other unit, which is called Developing Enterprising Individuals. So I understand this is a unit for postgrad students?
Yep, this is a postgraduate course for students in AMBS, specifically students that are on the MSc in Management and MSc in Innovation, Management and Entrepreneurship. So on this module, it's all about students looking to understand who entrepreneurs are, the importance of entrepreneurs to society, and how they can take learnings from that to develop their own personal development plan as to how they can go on to achieve their goals.
Right, okay. So again, the self-reflection and self-analysis, that is a great part of the unit. So in terms of assessment, what's the criteria for this unit?
So there are two parts to the course. The first is essentially based on understanding, what is entrepreneurship, what are the range of different definitions, how are entrepreneurs important to society, and then looking at different types of analysis tools and frameworks to assess, what are the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Students will then select an entrepreneur of their choice and undertake that analysis on them to produce a report looking at, what is it that's helped make the entrepreneurs they've chosen, what is it that's helped make them become successful? What characteristics have they got? The second part of the course is then focused on individual, self-reflection, self-analysis, and using those tools and other frameworks, to look at their own strengths and weaknesses. Then map that alongside their long-term goals and aspirations, and they will put together a detailed personal development plan or roadmap, breaking down the key milestones in terms of, if this is my goal, what are the individual steps that we need to put in place, and how can I achieve that over a period of time?
Yeah, those are excellent opportunities for students to get involved with, and both for undergraduate and postgraduate level. So here at MEC, we have over 30 units that students can take. If you have any free elective units, so that means if you have any space in your course to take units, you're allowed to dive in the world of entrepreneurship at no cost. This is for everybody. We made this so that anyone from any background could learn from these units. And as Rob said, entrepreneurship is a mindset, and it's a skill that you can develop through time. So thank you for today, and thank you, Rob, for joining us.
Thank you.